Did you guys know that every time women, we try to be girls, and we champion a woman for leaving her marriage unprovoked, or we celebrate a relationship ending, or we champion and cheer on a woman who plays a man publicly on the internet, do you know what that does to your sister? We say we're girls, but we're really selfish, because anytime we champion rebellion against our men, it backfires on us. Men also watch the same videos that we put out, and they look at the comments of us going, yes, sis, you did that, eat that up, da 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 da, yeah, you should have left that marriage, happiness over everything. Y'all know that hurts your sister, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there are some women who do leave marriages for really specific reasons, but in totality, from what I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of it is just based off of happiness and being quote unquote miserable.
You give me hope. These type of people actually give me hope, because it helps me to remember that there are some sane people in the world that is giving advice that hopefully somebody can counteract, or they can compare against all of the bad information that they get on a regular basis. She gives me hope. And with her even saying it, and I always want to get back, want to make sure that I give credit to the content creators, so the link will be back down in the description. Also, make sure y'all join the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And then more importantly, I'm going to play it from the beginning. I want to get it in its entirety so we can get the full context and make sure. But let me just stop this and say this 1 second. She's absolutely right. 100% right. When you see a lot of these women that are cheering women on in the comments, and a lot of the times, I don't know if they capping, I don't know if they telling 100% truth, but a lot of times they give super dumb, petty reasons as to why they are breaking up their household, or they then encourage other women to do it also. And I almost believe that it's almost like a misery loves company type of thing, where you don't like to see somebody else happy, or you like to live in an echo chamber where, because you destroyed your relationship and you're looking to be validated, then you go and you look at other people, or you may go and comment or something like that, or you like a comment where women are basically encouraging other women to ruin their own lives and their relationships, in which men then see this type of stuff. And then it, because what women don't understand is that men adapt. Women treat men, or teach men how to treat them. So when we then see what the culture is like and what the environment is like, we adapt and we say, oh, okay, so y'all letting us know what y'all really thinking. Okay, so we're going to make the adjustment. We're going to go over this way, or we're going to move this way. Okay, all right, I got more information. So now I'm not going to be a simp. I'm not going to be a sucker. I'm not going to be in a position where I give women the benefit of the doubt and I just automatically think that she's a good person. Whereas we should, if women were on the up and up and on top of things, but we don't do that because why? Because you've taught us who you really are and how we're supposed to treat you. So now we're going to make the adjustment to ensure that we protect ourselves and we don't find ourselves at the bad end of the stick, because we want to make sure that we get into the bag, taking care of business, that we're not being misused, but that we're also in a position of power, and you got to protect yourself. So when you see these type of things happen inside of the comments, or that women don't go over there and they absolutely destroy each other, they're doing it because they are looking for an echo chamber. They're looking to be validated, and it doesn't add any value into the conversations or the relationships. And they're also teaching men how to treat them. Let me play this from the very beginning, because she was cooking and I want to get the full context.
Did you guys know that every time women, we try to be girls, and we champion a woman for leaving her marriage unprovoked, or we celebrate a relationship ending, or we champion and cheer on a woman who plays a man publicly on the internet, do you know what that does to your sister? We say we're girls, but we're really selfish, because anytime we champion rebellion against our men, it backfires on us. Men also watch the same videos that we put out, and they look at the comments of us going, yes, sis, you did that, eat that up, da 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 da, yeah, you should have left that marriage, happiness over everything. Y'all know that hurts your sister, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there are some women who do leave marriages for really specific reasons, but in totality, from what I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of it is just based off of happiness and being quote unquote miserable. There's a saying going around with men saying men will sacrifice their happiness for a marriage when women will sacrifice their marriage for their happiness.
Yep.
And this narrative is spreading like wildfire to the point where men are being very anti-dating. I don't want to say this to discourage anyone, but I need my sisters to understand that the more we broadcast our downfall relationships, the more you share a one-sided story about how your relationship was so trash or how your marriage was so trash or whatever the case may be, although you feel like you're venting and you're helping, you're not. You're actually harming the dating pool that's out there. You're actually harming your future prospects. It doesn't hit the way we think it hits. We trauma bond together. We hate the opposite side even more. It doesn't eat the way we think it eats. So if you care about your sister, if you're a girl's girl the way you say you are, if you're a part of the sisterhood the way we say we are, be careful before you press record and you post.
They're not. They're going to continue to do the same thing that they are doing. And I said earlier that, you have to be accountable for the things that you say, because that's going to drive you into a miserable existence. And you're going to ruin somebody else's life, in which we're going to have to really answer for that. Whether on this earth or whether, your next lifetime. I believe that you don't really get away with anything. And so when people then trauma bond or they try to find themselves in an echo chamber that continues to influence somebody else to be unhappy, or to, in their minds, they're now got this thing called decentering men, where they're basically not even prioritizing anything that has to do with men in a relationship and saying that they don't even want to have children anymore. And you have the right to do what you want to do, but it doesn't mean that it's going to yield the best results. When you grow old and you become a cat lady, you're not going to have anybody to blame but yourself. And for all of these people that are being influenced by these women that are absolutely positively giving you bad advice, be careful. Everything that anybody says on the internet is not always going to be conducive for your life. You're going to find yourself in a negative situation, and it's going to ruin everything that you thought existed. It's not going to work out for you. It's going to be a bad do for you. Let me repeat. It is going to be a bad situation. It's going to be a bad do for you. It's not going to add value into your life, and you're going to regret it. You absolutely regret it. And you know what the worst part about this is that you don't even get to see what the other side is. You don't get to see what the alternative is. You're living your life through other people that don't even have any kind of true value or any kind of vested interest in seeing you successful, and you don't even know these people. You don't even know these people. They're going to move on. They're going to live their life. They're going to have a good time. They're going to run it up. They're going to be a lot of the people that y'all then take advice from. They in happy relationships and marriages. They just creating content, and they looking to say the thing that's going to make you upset, that then get them more in the algorithm, that's also going to get your eyeballs on their content so that they can run up a bag. And you're going to be miserable by yourself and not even happy about your situation being by yourself. Meanwhile, everybody else is going on all of their life offline, and there's very few people that's truly being transparent about what their real situation is. A lot of these people wind up leaving their relationships for very, very, very bad reasons. And now you got a whole bunch of people that's justifying themselves by doing it because they in this echo chamber, and so we just reinforce the negative stereotypes. It's not good. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.